This was quite an unusual experience because when I had the idea in 2019, I thought, okay, this would be great. It will be great. This will be a lot of fun because you see, at 2019, Angela Merkel was still chancellor, but she wasn't seen that much. She was not speaking to the public. Everything was going smoothly in Germany. And I thought, okay, well, this will be a lot of fun. So then I wrote the novel during Corona times, and I really thought, okay, so we have a crisis. Every day she is on TV. She has to tell the people bad news, a lot of bad news. There's a lot of stress in society. And then I thought, okay, this could really be a bad idea. But I already had written it, and I thought, okay, so not I wrote it. I wrote it anyways because in Corona times I had nothing else to do but to write. And I wrote the novel, and then I started the second one even before the first one came out because I had a lot of fun with the characters. And I said to the publisher, okay, this is on my risk. If the first one doesn't work, and it might not work because of these times we are living in it, I have to throw a few months of work into the trash can. But this is my risk. I have a lot of fun with the characters. So you see, before Corona, I was sure this would be a hit. During Corona, I just had fun writing, but I wasn't sure anymore. And I really thought this could be a bad move. It gave me a lot of freedom to develop an Angela Merkel that is like adjacent to the public view we have from Angela Merkel. People in Germany have a feeling what kind of person she is. And when you are not an Angela Merkel hater, it's very congruent. So I took the public persona, imagined a private persona that fits together. So, but I had a lot of freedom that I wouldn't have had if she weren't that private person. Because if everybody knew how she would live and where she is and everything, this novel wouldn't have worked because every reader would say, ah, she doesn't live there, and she is this, and she is this, and she is just going around, and she just yesterday met Obama. The most important book in my life has been The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. When I was 17, I was shortly before finishing school, and we had a last school trip to Amsterdam with a group. And in the store, I saw a paperback rack, and I saw the book The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I remembered, well, last week I saw something on TV, in children's TV. This was the BBC adaptation of the book. I thought, oh, well, but when I saw it in TV, I thought, this is not a children's program. I took the book. I read the few first pages in the store, and I knew what I wanted to do with my life. I thought, well, I want to write funny, fantastical things. So I knew I wanted to do this. I want to be a writer. I want to be a novelist. Best audiobook I ever heard, because the speaker, Peter Capaldi, who wrote Doctor Who, is reading Watership Down, which is one of my all-time favorite novels, but this is the best audiobook reading I ever heard. Then I would really recommend the audiobook version of this story of rabbits who have to find a new home. It's such an amazing piece of fantasy and story. It's compared to nothing else. Matrix from Lauren Groff is an utter fascinating book, not about the Matrix movies. It's about a nun in about 2,000 years ago. It's a very fascinating new world of strong women. So if you want to get catapulted out of our times and want to read something which is different from other historical novels, then I can only recommend Matrix, Lauren Groff. I'm a huge comic fan, and I'm heavily influenced by comics, which you can also see in my writing. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, which invented Marvel Comics, are some of the greatest writers ever. I was heavily influenced by Mad Magazine. In my mind, the best novel I ever read is Momo by Michael Ende. Fantastic fantasy. It has the best villains ever in any book or story.